Hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Be sure to hit that like, subscribe button. The focus for today's video is people that sit at their desk. Sometimes we do not think about our fine tools and we have a lot of tension stored in our face, neck, shoulders, and hands. So if you have a tech job or you're a service provider like a massage therapist, hairdresser, waitress, waiter, anything of that nature, this video will be great for you. Now, my people that work at a desk, you can do this from your chair. Now, you do not want to be all the way back in your chair with your back up against the chair. Scooting those sit bones forward, feet hip width apart, engaging that core, bringing that belly button in about 1/2 inch, tucking that chin about 1 inch, 1.5 inches, creating space at the back of the skull. That is your alignment cues for almost every pose, unless I give you some more instructions. Okay? Starting with breath work today. Inhaling deeply through the nose, and we are going to exhale with a ha, releasing all that stored stress, tension from the day. Okay, inhale through the nose. Inhaling through the nose once again. One more time. This next part, you may need tissue to clear out your nose. It is a partial inhale through the nose and quick exhale through the nose. You can do that 20 to 30 times or longer once you get the hang of it. So inhaling partially through the nose. Some people do that much longer than 20 to 30 times if that's regularly in their practice. If you need to pause the video because you feel the urge to continue, do so. Next, bringing the fingertips to the base of the skull and lightly massaging in a circular motion those muscles, working your way out to the sides. Do that a few times, working your way back in and working your way back out. If you'd like to change directions with the circular motions, you can do that too. Really loosening up that neck. When you feel complete, gently bringing your fingertips and massaging in circular motions on each side of the spine, working your way up and down a couple of times. When that feels complete, you can squeeze the SEMs and the scalenes, working your way up and down. Maybe about 3 times this time, and on the last pass you can squeeze your traps, working your way down to your traps, giving them a nice little squeeze and getting that blood flowing to that area. Now, if your neck is really tight and tense, moving on for this next exercise when you're ready, you can continue to support your neck with your fingertips. So, inhaling And on the exhale, bringing your right ear down to your right shoulder. Inhale, coming to the center. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder, continuing to breathe. Releasing that trapped tension throughout the body. Inhale, center. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Exhaling, coming back to center. Or inhaling, coming back to center. Exhaling, left ear to left shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale. That right ear to right shoulder. Exhale, center. One more time, both sides. Exhaling to the left shoulder, left ear to left shoulder. Inhaling to center. Exhaling, left ear, or right ear to right shoulder. If you feel like you need to do a couple more, go ahead and do so now. And take a quick look at my notes. Circles. Okay, so right hand to the left side of your head. This is going to be an assisted stretch. On your next exhale, bring your right ear to your right shoulder. Remembering not to take these exercises any further than where you feel a stretch. Don't force the body. Looking towards your armpit now. Bringing your head back up to the center gently, releasing that hand. Left hand to the right side of your head. On the exhale, gently bringing your head over to your shoulder. Breathing here. Looking down to your armpit. Releasing that and coming back up to center. If you need to support your neck, go ahead and add your hands back to the back of your neck. Remember to be gentle with these motions. Starting with a clockwise motion, gentle head circles. And when you feel complete, bring your head back to center. Then the other way. Counterclockwise. Moving slowly and gently. Any organic movement. Feel complete. Just do it gently and mindfully. And when you're done, bring your head back up to center. Interlacing your fingers behind your head. Opening that chest up. And breathing here. Elbows coming in, dropping your chin to your chest. Feeling that stretch. Opening those arms back up, opening that heart center. Bringing the elbows in, dropping that chin to the chest, rounding that spine a little bit, feeling that stretch in the upper back. Opening the arms back up, releasing your fingers, finding the natural rhythm of your breath once more. Now, some of us have tension headaches or pain in our jaw and our face locks up. Take your fingertips and gently massage your temples. And you can do the circular motions the other way when you feel the need. Releasing the stored tension and trapped energy. Take your time really massaging the forehead and the temples. Maybe massaging to the bridge of the nose, along the eyebrows. Back to the temples. Working your way down to the jaw. Maybe massaging in towards the nose a few times. Working your way back out. And in. Really massaging into that jaw joint. Gently both directions as long as you feel the need. Focusing on your breath. When you feel complete, we will move on to, it may feel silly to do this, puckering your lips and holding for 5 seconds, making the fish face. Release. The next one, you're going to open your jaw as wide as you can, and we're going to hold for 5 seconds. Releasing. Taking the bottom jaw and moving it to the right and the left. So left, right, left, right. Okay, my son's favorite to take school pictures, smiling as wide as you can with your mouth and holding. And releasing. Open the mouth wide. Releasing. Fish lips. Release. Moving the jaw to the right and the left. And the last one, wide smile. Release. All right. Moving on to the shoulders. I'm making sure I'm going from the top down. Inhaling the shoulders up. Exhaling, pushing those scapulas, those shoulder blades down. Inhale, shoulders up to the ears. Exhaling, rolling those shoulder blades down the spine. Inhaling up to the ears. Exhaling, rolling down. Inhaling, rolling up. Exhale, push those scapulas down the back. Inhaling up and down the back. Now the opposite direction. Inhale, shoulders forward. Exhale, dropping them down. Inhale, shoulders forward. Exhale, dropping them down. Inhaling the shoulders up and forward. Exhaling, dropping them down. Inhaling, shoulders up and forward. Exhaling, dropping them down. Extending the right arm in front of you, left arm up like that. And only go as far as your body will allow you to feel a nice stretch in your shoulder. Breathing here. Releasing. Shaking out any tension that is there. Extending that left arm out. Right arm comes up and under. And guiding it over to a spot where you feel a stretch, not taking it too far. Listen to your body. Breathing here. And releasing, shaking the shoulders out. Next one, right arm up, bringing your hand to the opposite shoulder blade, scapula. Left hand to your elbow, gently pressing down, giving yourself a stretch. Releasing your arms down to your side, shaking them out a bit. Left arm to right scapula. Bringing the opposite hand to your elbow and pressing slightly down. If it feels like it's too much, lighten your pressure on your elbow. Releasing and shaking it out. Okay, this next one is going to be interlacing your fingers like this behind you, one thumb on top of the other. So keeping those arms extended downwards. You're going to press your palms together. Releasing and shaking it out. Whatever thumb was not on top, when we go back in, switch thumbs. Keeping those arms extended downwards. Pressing the palms of your hands together. Really opening up your chest. And releasing and shaking out. Let me make sure I did all the shoulder ones I wanted to do. All right. Arms up overhead. You can circle sweep them, or if that's painful, you have shoulder issues, just straight up. You're going to interlace your fingers and bring them outwards. Remembering to keep your chin tucked about a ½ inch in, creating that space. Bringing your arms up overhead. Dropping your shoulders if you feel like they're up in your ears. Inhaling, and on the exhale, leaning to the right. Inhaling to center. Exhale, leaning to the left. Inhaling to center. If your arms are really tight, you will feel this. Exhaling to the right. Holding here and breathing. On your next inhale, up to center. Exhaling to the left. Inhaling back up, releasing those hands, pushing that energy down towards the earth, giving those hands a break. Inhale, arms up overhead. Palms of your hands meet, bringing your prayer hands down to your heart center, tucking those elbows. I invite you to come back to your breath here. Take a few rounds just at your natural pace. Releasing your hands, arms up overhead. Inhaling, and on the exhale to the right, keeping that rib cage lifted and your shoulders drop down. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling to the left side of the room, feeling this stretch in your lower back and up your rib cage. Inhaling, coming to center, keeping that rib cage lifted. Exhale to the left side of the room. Inhale to center. Exhale. My arms are starting to feel heavy, so if you want to continue, I'll give you a few seconds while I look over my notes to finish up. Give you a few minutes or a few seconds to rest your arms, do some shoulder rolls. Extending your right hand up overhead when you're ready. Bringing your left hand to your wrist. Lifting slightly that rib cage, lifting that rib cage up and hinging over. You can feel this all through your arms when you do the slight pull on your wrist. Don't overdo it. A gentle pull. Exhale, coming to center. Lifting that rib cage, lifting a gentle pull on the wrist, and leaning over once more. When you feel complete, release down. At any point, if you feel like you need to pause the video because you need a little longer, do so. Seems how I can't see you. Extending that left arm up overhead. Right arm on right wrist. Lifting that rib cage. Pulling that arm up. And leaning over. Inhale to center. When you're ready. Okay, so the wrists, if you type a lot, isolating the wrist because you only want to be moving your wrist. Circle motions in one direction. Now circle motions in the other direction, circular motions. Extending your right or your left arm out, bringing your left fingers to your right fingers and stretching. Hold and breathe here. Don't force your fingers back too far. Take them to where it feels natural and you feel a little bit of a stretch. Releasing, shaking that out. Bringing your hand facing down like that. Bringing the right or the left hand to the right fingers and a slight push down. Releasing and shaking that out. Palm facing the ceiling this time. Left hand, your fingertips meet your right fingertips, and a gentle stretch here. Releasing and shaking that out. Extending that left arm out. Bringing the right fingertips to the left fingertips. You can breathe whatever your natural is. If you like the deeper breaths, the more shallow breaths, whatever releases the most for you. There's no right or wrong answer. I feel deeper helps me release all the trapped tension in my body. Releasing that, shaking it out, extending back out, bringing your hand down and the fingertips of the opposite hand to meet. Breathe here. I need to lower my shoulder a bit because my shoulder is creeping up to my ear. Release and shake that out when you feel complete. Extending the arm up, or extending the arm out and the palm facing up. Fingertips of the right hand meet the left hand and a stretch here. Shaking it out and releasing it. Oh. Now, for anybody that is experiencing any numbing in your fingers or like shooting pains down your arm, or maybe you have some pain in your thumbs, like the start of carpal tunnel, you're gonna bring your hands up like this. Mime hands, basically. Turn them in. Drop your fingers down. Then curl them in and into a fist. Release, shake them out, hands back up. Fingertips extended towards the ceiling, dropping your hands down, curling your fingertips in, making a fist and squeezing, and release. Fingertips back up towards the ceiling. Dropping your fingers. Curling them in. Making a fist. Releasing. Generally, you can do 10, 15 of these or how many ever you have time for. Fingertips towards the ceiling, dropping down, making the fist, going at your own pace now. So any of those can be done multiple times. You can pick your number, but the last exercise they recommend about 10 to 15 times. Just finding whatever you're comfortable with, pausing the video if you need more repetitions of anything, whether it's the neck circles, the neck stretching. If you need to massage your face longer or practice the mouth movements, because generally speaking, you know, the jaw side to side, that's 10 to 15 times. The wide smile, you do that a couple of times, holding 10 to 15 seconds. Oh yeah, you can do that one 10, 15 times as well. Opening the mouth and holding it for 3 to 5 seconds. That one can be done a few times. Fish lips, you know, like you can repeat that as many times if you feel like the tension did not release. So if you do experience any of that, some little tools. I have no other stress balls in the house. This is my husband's from way back in the day. Doing repetitions of squeezing and releasing a stress ball in both hands. $10 to $15 times on each side. These are generally inexpensive. I have bought others, but I have dogs and children. So this is one tool that can be utilized to help you at your desk, just getting blood flowing back. Golf balls are inexpensive. You can use them to roll around the palms of your hands, really getting in there. Just be mindful how deep you're digging because you can tend to make your hands sore. This is getting the blood flowing in your hands. All the tennis balls in my house are destroyed. This is a lacrosse ball. If you need something softer, a tennis ball, but my dog likes to rip the fuzz off of them. You can lay it on the floor. Just be mindful where your scapula is. If you feel like you have knots and tension, you can lay on the floor placing a lacrosse ball, but just be mindful of your spine and your scapula. That will get you in between. That will help take care of you a bit in between massages. It's not a fix-all. Finding someone that does gua sha and doing some research on what it is. Basically, I am certified. So this is the one Jimmy gave us from class when I took that with him. Buying products like BioFreeze or Arnica. This can be bought at the health food store like Sprouts or Whole Foods, about $20. This can be bought at Walmart. It's not standard BioFreeze. Some of the ingredients are different if you're used to professional grade massage therapy BioFreeze like I am. So buying it from Walmart sometimes doesn't do it, but it's kind of expensive to buy from other websites that are geared towards massage therapists. Right now I bought a CBD balm that I forgot about 6 months ago from work or more. So I'm using the brand. These salves are great. This TENS unit has made it through my entire last 5 years of my massage career. I have placed it on my back. What a TENS unit does is contract and release the muscle, contract and release the muscle. $30, $40 on Amazon. You're always going to be buying the replacement pads once they don't stick. It is easier to get alcohol wipes too. and like clean the skin area, or like clean the pads when you're done kind of thing. That helps make them last longer. Because if you have any oils or products on your skin, you know, like the stickiness wears off. But the pads can be also bought, the replacement pads can also be bought on Amazon. This I just ordered, recommended from my doctor. Now everybody has their own preference. This is my massage gun. I got the feature where it does heating and cooling. So I have my husband do my traps, my trigger points. This, when my arm was acting, my hand and my arm is acting up, basically. This is how I black and blued my arm, trying to get all this to loosen up, because I overdid it because I was jamming it in a bit. And I had it on a fairly low setting, and I'm like, this feels great. So being mindful of that, like it has many different attachment pieces that you can add. But yeah, I can use this on basically all parts of my body. Like I've sprung my knee before. Let's see if it'll turn on. Just working up that IT band too when I start to have knee pain. Never on the kneecap, but like I kind of watch my bony landmarks. But this thing is great to get me in between massages. And I basically use it on my entire body. Like on my back, I have to have help, obviously, from my husband, but being very mindful. I'm really tight right there. I'm also trained and certified in cupping. That's another thing to release stored trap tension and release the, what was I saying? I'm also certified in cupping. That's what I was saying. And it basically releases constricted tissue and brings everything up to the surface so it can be flushed out. So sometimes I do some cupping on myself. If it has to be done on my back, obviously I have to enlist one of my family members. But these are some of the tools and the tricks that I use to keep myself going. Another thing is, if you have, some people will use a baseball in a sock. And if you have a headrest in your car that lifts up, they will wrap that sock around, bring down the headrest. And then at lights, they can adjust it where they need it to hold a trigger point. Now, I don't recommend doing it driving down the road, but if you're stopped at a light, ooh, that trigger point, and just adjust it to where you need it and lean back up against your chair. I have done that. I'm also the crazy lady that you see driving down the road with my fingers deep in my pec muscles at red lights. Like, ooh, that's a nice trigger point right there. Like you'll see me like this. So I'm glad I kind of sit up higher now, so a lot of people can't really see what I'm doing like they could in my little car. That is all I have for you guys today. Thank you for joining me. I look forward to posting more videos that hopefully help people in the future.